it's a journey. It's a mental toughness journey. And month one, it's all like fun and new and flirty, and you're just having a good time of like, we love a challenge. There were so many moments where I flat out said, can I curse?
Do whatever.
So many times.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the things that I learned after completing 75 Hard. Hey guys, so we're here with my boyfriend Pete, and we're just going to talk a little bit about 75 Hard and my experience. For those that don't know what 75 Hard is, it's a series of 5 different tasks that you need to do for 75 days. If you mess up even one of those tasks, you have to start back at day 1. The first task is taking a progress picture. I used to do that in the morning every single day, so it's done and over with. The next thing is to drink a gallon of water. The third thing is to Third thing is to have a meal plan of some sort, to have some sort of diet that you're going to follow throughout the entire process. You cannot have any cheat meals. You cannot drink any alcohol whatsoever. The next thing is 2 workouts a day for 45 minutes each, and 1 must be outdoors regardless of the weather conditions. So if it's raining, you're working out outside. Favorite part is reading 10 pages of a non-fiction self-improvement type of inspirational book every single day. It was a total game changer. Having to do it consistently every single day had really inspired me and kind of propelled me through the challenge, even on my hardest days, because they were books that kind of coincided with what I was doing.
I was most excited actually about reading the 10 pages of nonfiction, which has nothing to do with weight at all. And I had my books lined up of what I wanted to read because of how I wanted to grow and what I wanted to process throughout this journey.
The biggest thing for me is I love structure, right? So I was super excited to start this program as like, okay, getting my life in order and just being structured and regimented every day. But what I found was that I was becoming more flexible even though they were structured, if that makes any sense. Life throws things at you, and it's not going to be a perfect ideal day.
You also took a trip, a little mini vacation to Savannah, and
yes.
that was during 75 Hard as well.
I was very intentional with my time during these 75 days of making sure that I was prioritizing me and my needs first. That's the only way that you can do it, is to plan ahead and make sure that you're getting what you need done.
I was communicating my needs to the people around me, whether they were supportive or not, and saying like, this is a priority to me, this is something that's important, I'm still gonna get it done. And really, for the most part, everybody was super supportive. Pete was like amazing through the whole process, so I really appreciate you.
I was very proud of you. So I have some questions. Before you started the program, what seemed like was gonna be the hardest part?
If I was doing this a couple of years ago, I would say the alcohol, hands down. I think it was more the food, which ended up being a big challenge for me because I love eating.
Lauren's able to eat 6 to 8 times a day. She's got a great metabolism. So, I mean, that is a big bonus.
Before this, I really couldn't set limits on myself. Like, if there was chocolate in the house, I was eating it. It was really hard for me to separate what I actually need in the moment versus what I really want in the moment. Now I can do that.
And again, the diet program, something I've learned, that you don't have to do it. There's no 75 Hard diet.
Right.
You're picking something that will benefit you and your body type and your goals.
I had to kind of up my macros as I went, but that's totally fine.
But everyone's going to be different.
I felt really good when I was working out in the gym for 2.5 months because of the nutrition plan was on point. And it was very clean diet. I didn't eat any processed foods. And so I feel that really helped me and I could feel the difference. So now I know better, right? So now that I am done with 75 Hard, that doesn't mean I'm just going to go back to eating the way that I was eating before. I know better.
The awareness that I gained was more about like portion control and what foods I'm putting in my body. I didn't realize the high fat counts on a lot of different things, on a lot of different foods. And I think too, my body just felt so good doing 75 Hard. The best I've ever felt, just knowing how my body felt for 75 days.
Also, to those 2 workouts a day and 1 being outside, yes. That is also helping you feel better as a person.
I loved having 2 workouts a day. What I came to realize is that time for myself was so helpful for my brain. I would study, and then do a workout. I'd go back to my studying and I was locked in. I couldn't believe it.
You can't just wing it. So it teaches you like time management and it makes you feel more present.
Like you really were able to prioritize certain things and you knew what you wanted to do.
You gotta show respect to other people as well. So you can say no or say, hey, right now I'm really prioritizing my health and fitness and that just doesn't fall in line with what I've got going on. Or hey, I gotta wake up really early tomorrow so I can't stay out late. My threshold is 7 o'clock. It's finding boundaries, setting boundaries, but also communicating those boundaries and those needs.
But it was really nice to have other people going through it and feeling the same things as you at the same time.
Once you got that ball rolling, you were ready to go. I was going to tell the story. I remember the first time it rained and you did a run in the rain. You were the happiest person.
Because honestly, no, who else is doing that? Nobody else is doing that. There's like a solitude about it, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, I'm a badass. I liked an extra challenge because then I could say that I did it.
When I started, it was February in New York. There were so many days that it was 35-ish degrees Fahrenheit outside and raining, and I was like, the last thing I want to do right now is go on a run or a walk. I was in it and I was okay, and I actually enjoyed it miraculously. Do the things that you don't want to do sometimes.
I've learned that the hot girl walks outside are just some of the best, most cathartic moments, and especially when it's raining.
Yes. We
Really.
love the rain.
Exactly. You just like let it all go, all the thoughts, everything.
I chose my second workout to be a walk most days. And so mentally, walking away from things and for 45 minutes really helped me clear my mind. And it gave me what I needed to get me through the rest of the day. And so I think that's another perspective on it too. So I feel like 75 Hard brought things that I really needed into my life that I didn't know. Of course, you read about it or people tell you about it until you really experience it for an extended period of time. I think that's when you really decide and know, okay, I know better now, and so I know what I need to do to get to the next level.
All right, so circling back, what were some of the biggest things or your big bullet points that you got from doing 75 Hard?
This has really taught me within the first couple of weeks. Your excuses are just something that you're creating in your mind.
You know what they say, excuses are like arms. Everybody has them.
Okay, yeah. For me, it was just pushing past excuses because, or, just saying, I'm too busy. I'm too busy to do this. I'm too busy. That's everybody's biggest excuse. But if you really just prioritize your goals and things that you want to accomplish, you have plenty of time to do things. Pushing past my excuses, and it kind of made me, and some of the other girls that I did this with as well, talked about how many people just kind of got on our nerves with excuses. So it kind of leveled out the people that I wanted to be around, because I don't want to be with like complainy people. Yeah. And I didn't want to be that person for others.
You can still do it when you're busy. I do think the only way you can do it is when you're in the right mindset, and your reason why has to be the right reason. But once you get there and you know what your reason why is, I think everybody should do it, because you learn again how to prioritize what you need to do for you, and you can take that into the future of anything. I mean, that's why Andy created this.
You took on a very much like the Nike slogan, just do it. Like,
Yes.
instead of
Life is always going to be challenging. We're never going to have that perfect time to start anything, not just 75 Hard. With a business you might want to start, or going back to school, whatever it may be, there's never going to be a perfect time to start. You have to just do it.
Something that I'm just really happy that I did. I do recommend that everyone does it, but you will need to really push through when you don't want to finish it and when you don't want to complete it. That's really the most important time to keep pushing through.
with trying to help others, you've talked about this your entire life. I mean, you teach because you care about the kids. You are now just extending that to a wider audience because you care for others. So instead of talking about it, now you're being about it. And I feel like that is something you got also from 75 Hard.
Yeah, 100%.
And during 75 Hard, obviously no alcohol at all. So how has that affected life since 75 Hard?
It's so much easier to not do something than to actively do something. So for me, it's like, don't drink. Okay, that's easy because I have a whole list of other things I have to do. So that was a little bit easier, but I know for some people it might be a challenge. I was definitely more aware whenever I was like, ooh, I wish I had a drink right now. I would think to myself, okay, why do I want that drink? Where am I? What happened prior to that? What type of people am I with? Or if I was thinking about an event that I was going to, I can't drink at this event. Why is that a big deal to me? I didn't want to go to a certain event unless I was drinking to tolerate these people or to fit in with these people. So then it's like, well, why am I hanging out with these people? Maybe they don't fit in with what I want to do with my lifestyle, my goals.
Takeaways that we haven't discussed.
I would also say too, I feel like towards the end, it was like the last week of 75 Hard, I was telling people, I'm so close, I'm not quitting now, and nothing is going to get in my way. No one or nothing is going to get in my way. I am finishing this. And I just felt very powerful in that. This is what people experience. I'm like, cool, I did it right. I have that feeling. And I think it's carried out to where I know I can do anything. Like, I know if I want something bad enough, it's going to happen. Like,
I've said that you
firmly,
since day one,
I know,
you
but I
proved it to
firmly
yourself.
believe it.
Yeah.
I've become more confident in myself and I'm trusting myself more than I ever had in my entire life.
75 Hard doesn't have a lot of people who actually complete it. I think the percentage rate is 3% of people complete it. That was pushing me even more, right? I wanted to be that top percentile that complete it. I believe everybody can complete it, but you do have to be uncomfortable and you do have to say, hey, this really sucks. Change your lifestyle and your routines in order to complete it. I will never go back to the person that I was before.
One of the main things that I learned through 75 Hard is that you really can do anything you set your mind to.
And honestly, those last, I think it was like probably the last 10 days, like that final countdown, there was a lot of emotion because it was coming to an
I
end.
cried like every day.
Yeah. But it was weird because like just a few days before that, like I want to say like right around the 2 weeks left, like the 15 to 20 days left mark, you had some of the tougher days. You were
Yes.
having some real hard time. This wasn't like a breeze for you. You had hard times.
There were several days that I thought I was going to fail, and I never did. And the thing is you just keep pushing yourself because you know that you want to finish.
It's the thing that I am most proud of in my life because I never thought I would ever do anything like this. And it truly has changed my life. It's hard to put into words my experience and like sum it up.
But I mean, when you're doing 75 days of something and it's as intense as 75 Hard, it will, without a doubt, if it doesn't change your life, I feel like something you might have cheated a little bit because like
Yeah.
it's almost guaranteed to change your life.
Yes, if you follow everything, it will.
The fact that you've completed it and that you're so passionate about it and that you still are living that healthy lifestyle. So I think this is what you're built for, is helping others fulfill and come to their full potential. You make me want to be better every day. So
I'm my worst critic. So for me, just being like, no, you did this, you should be proud of this, was kind of a big deal as well. So lots of life lessons.
Very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, if you found any value in it, or if you're considering doing 75 Hard, hit that like button.
You should totally subscribe to Lauren because she's so inspirational and such a great person and so smart and strong.
If you are also interested in lifestyle coaching, some personal training, or again, I'm still a teacher, I'm still doing tutoring, so you can check out the links below. I'll be in touch with you. If you're looking to become a supporter of my YouTube channel, there's a Patreon page that you can go to, patreon.com/learningwithlaw, and that's gonna be linked down below as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you real soon.